Alright guys, I want to make a real quick video. The other day I was getting into that hive. I said it was a weak hive, or what I call a weak hive, and I don't feel like I really explained what I was talking about as far as wasting brood. So I kind of want to get over here and explain to you now what I meant, being I didn't do it then. It's hard for me to think of everything I want to say when I'm doing something because I got so much going on. So what I meant about that, wasting brood, when it's warm, you get the mindset that you can just add brood to a box and the population will just, it'll expand and, they'll do great. But it's so early in the year right now, like here in Virginia, we're getting down into the teens tonight and into the teens tomorrow night. So that's something you got to keep in mind. If I would have added brood to that box, thinking that, it was going to be warm the next few days or whatever and they could take care of it, I would have been wrong. And getting into the teens, those bees are going to want to cluster. I mean, it ain't got to be that cold for them to cluster up. But if you're getting cold nights, you don't want to give the bees no more than what they can handle. And what I mean by that is, when I caught that swarm last year, they were about the size of a volleyball. And, that's a lot of bees in a box, if they're spread out. It's enough in there, work the brood to keep it warm, when it's already warm. But when it gets cold and they cluster, they form a ball in that hive. And then it's a lot of stuff that's not covered up, it's exposed. So, I mean, that's okay if it's honey and stuff like that, that's not going to hurt. Honey and pollen, it's not going to hurt. But if you have a frame that's just, covered with brood, and you have a cluster of bees, on a normal warm day, this would be covered with bees and it'd be okay. But when it gets cold, they got to cluster up. So if they clustered up in the middle, right here, you'd have all this exposed. So what's going to happen is that's going to get really cold, and it's going to chill the brood. And once it chills, it's going to kill it. It's going to die. So that's what I meant about wasting bees. Now they already have, larvae of different stages and some brood in that box already. So they've already got stuff in there to take care of. So more than likely, with the cold nights, whatever's in there now was pretty much all they can handle. That's all they can cover. And if that wasn't so, it'd be brood probably out further because they wouldn't have to worry about keeping it warm as much. They could keep it warm easier. The temperatures maintain itself in that box. But if they only have enough for a cluster to handle, and then I go to stick another frame in there that's full of brood, they've got to abandon something. So that's what I meant by wasting brood in that hive. Now, once it gets warm or warmer and Mother Nature decides she wants to cooperate, I can add it in there. And that's going to be a lot better then because they can handle it and it will ramp up quick. The population will grow quick. But I really don't want to take bees that are being taken care of in another hive, that's going to make it, and move it to a hive to where I know it's going to probably, kill them. So I'm going to keep that extra frame of brood in my main boxes that are doing good and keep it going as a reserve. So when it does warm up, hopefully this hive will be, still alive by then. I'm sure they probably will. But by that time, I can pull it out of that other hive, slide it into this hive that's weak, and they can maintain it then because they don't have to cluster up so tight. So that's what I meant by, I don't want to waste brood. So keep that in mind if you have a weak hive and you think, well, I'll just add brood to them and, get it going. You hear that a lot. You hear a lot of people say, take a frame of brood, add to them, and it'll make the population grow. That's true. It will. But if you have a really cold night and that population is low, just keep in mind that if it's not a big enough population they're not going to keep that brood going. They're not going to keep it warm. So, that's just my opinion. Y'all do what you want to do. Ultimately, it's your bees. It's not mine. But my opinion, I think that if you move that brood too early, you're going to waste a lot of brood that you could have used if you'd have waited a couple weeks. Hopefully here in Virginia it's going to be warm enough here soon to where I can make a move and keep these bees going. But as of right now, Mother Nature's not cooperating. And I don't like it. I'm ready for warm weather. I'm ready to get this ball rolling. But, well, I think it's time for me to get off here. And I'm going to go sit by the warm fire because it's already getting cold here. And I hope y'all like my videos. And, I feel like I don't thank y'all enough. I really appreciate those of you that do watch. And I hope you do get something out of it. I'm not a know-it-all. But what I do know, I will tell you. And if I don't know it, I won't tell you. But I hope you like my content, and I hope I get some more subscribers, and I hope I get more content out that y'all like, and I hope y'all share and support me. Enough of you are supporting me right now, and I want you to know that I really do appreciate it. Obviously, I'm not one of these YouTubers that have thousands of subscribers. Maybe one day I will, but I'm doing the best that I can do right now, and I hope y'all like it. And I think I'm going to get on off here and get out of y'all's ear, and I'm going to get here at the wood stove, and I'm going to warm up a little bit. It's going to be cold in Virginia tonight. All right, guys. Good night.